My name is Mike Barratt. I am a medical doctor specializing in space medicine and a NASA astronaut, two of the greatest jobs in the world. So I was selected in the year 2000, and our class, like every class, gets a bit of a derogatory name. We are the Y2K bugs. There is a deep meaning on being a NASA astronaut. You're part of an incredible legacy with a bright future. And the NASA brand has just always stayed strong and just had this incredible mystique about it. It means discovery. It means finding new things. It means the human race expanding outwards and learning about its own planet in a way that's really meaningful and offering solution sets to some of the problems that we find. So being an astronaut really means you're at the pointy end of that spear, and it comes with a huge amount of responsibility and privilege, so no pressure. Transitioning to become an astronaut is interesting. You do not become an astronaut when you're selected. When you're selected, you become part of a community of scientists and engineers and medical doctors and other specialists, and you start learning more than anything. Arguably, it takes a space village to become an astronaut. Welcome to Johnson Space Center. And it takes time, but I would just say that it's the time of your life when you're learning that. And we train people to fly once they're selected, and there is so much to learn. And if you don't feel like you're overwhelmed with the amount of knowledge you have to gain, then you're probably in the wrong place. But becoming an astronaut is an amazing transition. We go from being an astronaut candidate to a flight-eligible astronaut, and there are so many people that you will be deeply indebted to once that process is complete. We take the risk of spaceflight just like other people who have risky jobs take a risk. Firefighters, other first responders, soldiers, sailors, pilots, we do that because people are better for it. And in the case of spaceflight, you have to think on a term of scale that's a little bit longer and a picture that's much, much bigger. We explore, we discover, we find out more things about ourselves, the human body, and we expand the envelope of where we can operate, where we can live, where we can function. But we learn about our own planet. We learn about the planets around us, the solar system, which the more we look, the more we realize affects a lot of how we live on this planet. We really have to think on a space scale, if we will, when we think about our own environment. We need to understand that. We need to learn how to live there, and we really need to expand as a human race. When I got the call that I was selected as an astronaut, I had already written off the possibility. I thought it was way over my head. The chief of the office at the time was Charlie Precourt, and he called me, and he and I both spoke Russian at that time. And he made me the job offer and told me not to tell anyone about it. So we did that all in Russian, and I had to hang up and pretend like nothing else happened, and inside I am screaming and jumping up and down. Something that surprised me about being an astronaut is the evolution of the astronaut office. It's always been amazing. It's an incredible slice of humanity. But we have become more diverse. We have become more broad, both in our knowledge base, our skill sets, our world thinking, our world views. And it's a very relaxed office in a way. Intense when necessary, but very family-oriented. It really is a family. And I would say the office has never been better than now. It's really an amazing group of people that I feel very privileged to be a part of.